Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. I forgot what day it was for a second. Happy Thursday. It is Exercise with Exos Day. Jazzy here, program manager with Exos at Autodesk. And I've got a very fun workout for us today. So it is spooky season. So we're going to be spelling spooky. Also, if you have any favorite fall activities, we got a poll going on the Exo Slack channel. So go check that out. Vote for your favorite activity. Now there's lots of fun things to do during this time of the year. I should have put sports on there. Dang it. I forgot. Okay, I'll change it on there. But anyways, we're spelling spooky today. We're going to do 45 seconds of work. And then instead of our rest transition time, we're going to march for 15 seconds. So that's what we're going to do. So I'll go ahead and get started showing y'all what's going to be coming up. Let me actually point this down a little bit. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some lateral shoot throughs here for the S for spooky. So we're going to be on our hands and toes here. So we're going to have a slight raise in the knee. I'm going to take my left leg in between the right arm, right leg, back down, and then alternate to the other side. So that's going to be the first thing we do. So we're doing shoot throughs here for the S. And then for the first, there's only one P in spooky, right? Yeah, we're good. We're doing 2 planks, but 1 is for the K. So the first P, we're doing a plank arm raise here. So you can either be on your hands and toes or on your hands and knees. I prefer hands and knees because I feel like my hips move a little bit less here. So we're going to raise 1 arm at a time, straight forward. And then if you're on your toes, same thing, making sure our hips, we have headlights on them. We're not rocking back and forth. So that's the P. And then for the first O, we are going to do overhead squats. So we're going to have our arms straight above our head, have our biceps are next to our ear, and we are going to squat down and back up. So on these ones, it's really important to make sure that our arms aren't bringing us forward. We want to go straight down, straight back up, really use that core. So that's the first O. The second O is going to be overhead lunges. So same thing, biceps by the ears. We're doing reverse lunges for these. So we're going to step 1 leg back, stand back up, and then the other leg and back up. So that one, you don't even have to hold anything. We're going to start to feel that in our shoulders. And Joan and I did a lot of shoulders and total body strength this morning. So sorry, Joan, your arms might be a little bit sore. And then for our K, we're going to get back to the ground. We're going to do plank with our knee to same side elbow. So the knee is the K, in case you were wondering. And we're in a plank, knee to elbow on one side and then back to the other side. So that is going to be the K. And then for the Y, we're going to do bent over Y. So we're going to push our hips back like we're closing that door. We're going to bring our arms up like we're making a Y and back down. So from this angle, we're making a Y. So it's not all the way out, not all the way to the side, about 45-degree angles there. So that is going to be our whole circuit. And like I said, we are going to do 45 seconds of work. For the 15 seconds, we're going to march. So getting our knee up, 45-degree angles there, opposite arm, opposite leg. So that is our full workout for today. So we're going to get started with our warm-up. And we're going to start off. Oh, and then Luis did just drop that in the chat for us. So thank you to Luis for doing that. So if you get lost, want to know what's coming up next, check the chat out. But we're going to start off with the world's greatest stretch. It's my favorite way to get everything nice and warmed up. So we're going to go ahead and interlace those fingers, grab onto the right knee, pull the knee towards the chest. Nice big deep breath. And on the exhale, stepping back into that reverse lunge. Hands on the inside of the front foot, keeping that back leg nice and straight. Nice big deep belly breath. And we're going to exhale, bring the left hand towards the ceiling, gazing past our thumb. Nice big deep inhale. On the exhale, plant that hand on the outside of our front foot, push those hips up into our hamstring stretch. Get the toes to the ceiling. And we're going to exhale, bring the right foot next to the left foot and stand on up. Awesome. All right, we're going to do that same thing on the other side. So let's go ahead and interlace those fingers, grab onto the left knee, pull the left knee towards the chest. Nice big deep breath. And we're going to exhale, step back into a reverse lunge, hands on the inside of the front leg. Keeping that back leg nice and straight. We're going to do a nice big deep belly breath. And we're going to exhale, bring the right hand up towards the ceiling, gazing past our thumb. And we're going to exhale, plant that hand on the outside of our front foot, push ourselves up into that hamstring stretch. Nice big deep belly breath. And we're going to exhale, bring the left foot next to the right foot and stand on up. All right, last part of our warm up here. We're going to go ahead and do some plank to pike, get our arms nice and warmed up, get our core warmed up a little bit. Trying to find the best angle so I don't have to keep moving the camera. All right, on our hands and toes, we're going to exhale, push those hips up into our pike or down dog. Go ahead and pedal those heels if you want to get into the calves a little bit more. And we're going to exhale back to plank. We're going to do that 2 more times. So we're going to exhale, push those hips up. Nice big deep breath. Exhaling, coming back down. And last one, nice big inhale, push those hips up. Take a nice big deep breath. Then we're going to walk our hands towards our feet. And from here, we're going to slowly roll up, 1 vertebra at a time. And then we are ready to rock and roll. So we're going to start off with the S. We got our shoot throughs first. 45 seconds of work. Getting ready here on the ground, hands and toes. 3, 2, 1, and go. So keeping those knees bent, left leg through, right hand up, right leg through, left hand up. So it's kind of like when we do our reach throughs, like in stretch breaks, we do it for a cool down sometimes, where we stretch out our arm by threading that through, the opposite leg. We're doing the same thing, but this time we're really planting that hand onto the shoulder. Shoulders are going to get a little bit of work out of this, getting our core work into. And then the more comfortable we get with it, the more we can speed it up and make it into cardio. 3, 2, 1. All right. Great job. We're getting up. Forgot we're marching. All right. Next thing, we're getting back on the ground. We got plank arm raises. 3, 2, 1. All right. Either hands and knees or hands and toes. We want to make sure our hands are below the shoulders. I feel like I need to angle this better. There we go. We want a 1 straight line from head to knees or head to toes. We're exhaling as we lift each arm up. Man, my shoulders might not have been the best idea on my end. Keep breathing. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right, popping up. We got marches. Next up, we have overhead squats for our first O. So I'm gonna hold those arms above head. 3, 2, 1. Feet hip width apart, hands above head, bringing those glutes down, making sure the inside part of our knee is right over that second toe. So our knees are tracking right past our second toe, making sure our chest is up. So really making sure that our upper back is nice and flat. We're pushing away, pushing the ground away with our whole foot. Keeping that core nice and tight. We're getting ready for spooky season here. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna march it out. And then next up, we have overhead lunges, reverse lunges to be exact. So arms above head, stepping back. 3, 2, 1. I think this workout was incidentally a little bit more shoulder oriented than I thought, which means today is just really adult day, shoulder day. Because it's pumpkin season. Haha, get it? If not, that's okay. I just make myself laugh. That's okay. Keeping that chest over the arch of our front foot, keeping those arms up as high as we can, keeping those arms as straight as we can. I know they're getting tired. Whoops. 3, 2, 1. March it out. Y'all, I cannot feel my shoulders right now. All right, we got our plank knee to elbow and then bent over wise. And then we're back at the top. 3, 2, 1. So on our hands and toes, we're going to come out, bring our knee to the outside here, exhaling as we bring the knee up to really engage our core. My goodness, my apologies, y'all. This is way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Y'all could be doing so good, which I really hope you are. You all need to push me to be a little bit better today. So we're all teammates. We're working hard here together. 3, 2, 1. All right. We are marching. Next up, we have our bent over wise. I'll check the chat here. Did Luis say something to me? Luis is doing good. All right, I'm not then. 3, 2, 1. Push those hips back. Arms out like a Y, back down. So from our angle here, we're at 45. We're not straight above head. We're doing the YMCA. Woo. Hips are back. Arms about 45-degree angles. Chest parallel with the ground. Squeezing through our shoulders. I'm probably only partially struggling because literally all this morning we did was shoulders. Should have really thought that through. But I forgot how much overhead lunges and overhead squats really burn out the arms. But there's not too many exercises that start with O. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna march it out, which is why if anyone has suggestions of words to spell, send them my way. I love to have help. Like I said, we're all on the team. We're all on the same team. 3, 2, 1. We're back at the ground with our shoot throughs. So kicking one leg in between the other. So left leg in between, that's my right leg, in between my left arm, my left leg. We're lifting the opposite leg, opposite arm off the ground. Great job. Keep breathing, keep pushing. We're doing great. Feel those shoulders. Keep that core tight. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. We're standing up. We're gonna march it out. All right, next up, plank arm raises. I'm mad at myself right now. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, hands and knees or hands and toes. I think this proves that sometimes we are just really sore and tired, and that happens to everyone, which is why it's going to be important to make sure we really recover from this workout by eating a nice balanced meal after. And then I'm really hoping Luis will have some shoulder stretches for us later, maybe some mobility moves of the shoulders in the stretch break today at 2:30. I definitely need it. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're up. We're marching. We have overhead squats coming up next, and then our overhead lunges. 3, 2, 1. So feet hip width apart. So feet directly under our hips, knees tracking right over the second toe. And we're pushing the ground away, heel big toe, little toe, like a tripod. Great job. Keep pushing. We want to make sure we're doing them correctly, so we're not coming too far forward with our chest. We're using our core to keep everything nice and tight up here as we come closer to the ground. 3, 2, 1. All right. Overhead lunges are next. Keep forgetting that we're marching. It's okay, I guess, if y'all aren't marching today. That is a-okay. 3, 2, 1. All right. Stepping backwards. Same dealio. Knee past the second toe. Pushing the ground away with our heel, big toe, and little toe. Keeping that chest over the arch of our front foot. Just want that slight bend forward through the hips. Keeping that whole foot planted. Shake your arms out, count to 3. 3, 2, 1. All right. We're marching it out. We got plank, knee to elbow coming up next. On the ground, 3, 2, 1. All right, hands and toes. Mentally prepare. Really focus on the breath. Okay, we got this. We're doing great. My shoulders don't hurt. Reverse psychology on myself. Great job. Exhaling as we come up to touch the knee. It's going to help us really engage that core a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. We're up and marching. And then we got bent over Y's. And then we're starting at the top. We got one more round to go. Bent over Y's in 3, 2, 1. All right, hips, back, arms, making a nice Y. Squeezing through the shoulders. So we're really going to feel this in the sides and in the backs of our shoulders. We're coming up roughly that 45-degree angle. Want to make sure our shoulder blades are pulled down and back. So if we want to act like we're squeezing an orange or cracking an egg right between our shoulder blades here. Exhaling as we bring those biceps next to our ears here. Keep breathing. Use those glutes to hold us up. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna march it out. And then we've got our shoot throughs coming up next. We've got one last round to go before we cool down and enjoy the rest of our day. 3, 2, 1. All right, on our hands and toes, knees are bent, right leg goes in between left arm, left leg. We're lifting that hand up. Great start to spooky season by spelling spooky. First workout of October for Exercise with Exos. Great job. We're pushing the last round here. Make sure you don't kick the wall like I just did. Great job. 3, 2, 1. We're getting up. We are marching it out. Next up. Oh, that one got my quads to guess. We got plank arm raises here coming up next. 3, 2, 1. Either on your knees or on your toes. Keeping everything nice and tight through the core. Our hips have headlights. We're blinding the ground. We're breathing so we can keep that core engaged. Nice job. Keep those hands below the shoulders. We also want to make sure we're not going super fast. We're taking it nice and easy. Great job. 3, 2, 1. All right, back on our feet. We're marching it out. We've got overhead squats next, and then our overhead lunges. 3, 2, 1. All right, feet hip width apart, arms to the ceiling, knees tracking past the second toe, making sure we're keeping everything nice and tight through the back. This one's really good. So work on shoulder mobility, but also realize maybe your shoulders don't have the mobility you need to keep those arms overhead. Good way to learn our bodies, see what works well. We all move differently. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna march it out. We got overhead lunges next. And then we have our plank, knee to elbow, our bent over Ys. Now we're done. 3, 2, 1. Hands overhead, stepping back, keeping the weight in the front foot, stepping smaller than we think we need to. If we step back too much, we're gonna start to feel that in our back leg instead of our front leg. We don't want to be super wide out here. I want to keep it tight, small steps. Keep that weight on the front foot. We're not using our back leg to push off. We're pushing off with that front foot, heel, big toe, little toe. Coming up to standing. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna march it out. Now we're back on the ground. We got plank, knee to elbow, and then our bent over Ys. And then we're gonna cool down. 3, 2, 1. All right, plank, knee to elbow. Mentally gotta prepare myself for this one. Sometimes we have to do things that we don't like doing so that way we can get better at them. And that way we can push ourselves to be 1% better every single day, every single workout. Exhaling as we bring those knees up. Engaging our core. The sirens outside are making all the dogs bark. I don't know if y'all can hear that. 3, 2, 1. All right. We're marching it out. These dogs really don't like those sirens. All right, we got bent over Ys. Last thing before we cool down. 3, 2, 1. All right. Pushing those hips back, chest parallel with the ground, arms in front. Squeezing through the shoulders, thumbs towards the ceiling here. So palms are facing each other. We're making a Y. We're now the village people. We're doing the YMCA. Just kidding. So we got a 45-degree angle here, keeping that back nice and flat, using that core. All the weight is in our glutes. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna march it out, and then we're gonna make our way onto the ground for our cool down. We're gonna go onto our hands and knees for that. So we'll get some water in 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, y'all. I'm glad y'all didn't struggle as much as I did. Go ahead and grab a sip of water if you need it. And we're going to spend the rest of the time on the ground here. And we are going to work a little bit on some rotation as well as open our hips a little bit. So we're going to do our quadruped rocks here. So on the hands and knees, my right leg is going to be out to the side, pinky toe plastered into the ground here. We're going to inhale, rock back. And then I'm going to take my right leg, exhale, reach through my left arm, my left leg. And then we'll plant the hand and return to center. So inhale, rock back. Exhale, reach through, watching that hand reach a little further this time. And then we'll plant and return. And last one on this side, inhale, rock back. And exhale, reaching through, reach through the furthest this time. And then we'll plant and return to center. Awesome. All right, when we finish that third one, we're going to switch over to the other side. So same thing here, but my left leg out to the side, keeping that pinky toe on the ground. We're going to inhale, rock back. And then exhale, reach through with that left hand. And then plant and return. And again, inhale, rock back. And exhale, reaching through. And then plant and return. And last one here, inhale, rock back. And exhale, reach through. And then we can plant that hand and return to center. All right, last part of our cool down here. We're gonna go ahead, we're still on our hands and our knees. And we're just gonna do some reach throughs here. And so I'm gonna start with my right hand here, and I'm gonna reach through in between my left arm, my left leg, plant the back of the hand into the ground, pull away with the upper back here. We're really gonna start to slow our breath down. So we're breathing nice and deep in through the nose. And then exhale, sliding away that tension. And on the next inhale, let's go ahead, wrap the opposite arm all the way around, tucking it into the opposite side hip. We're gonna open up our chest a little bit here too. And our shoulders, we did a lot of that today. Let's go ahead and do one more deep breath here. And on or after that exhale, we can go ahead and plant that left hand back on the ground, then the right hand, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other side to finish out here. So left arm reaching through in between the right arm, right leg, push the back of the hand into the ground, pull away with your upper back. We're getting that nice stretch underneath the shoulder blade here. So nice big deep breath. And after that first breath, we can now go ahead and take the right hand, wrapping it all the way around our body, tucking it into the opposite hip. Getting us a nice chest and shoulder opener. Like I said earlier, we got another stretch break at 2:30 with Louise, so definitely join us if you felt that today in your shoulders. Even if you didn't, still should join us, get a little break from work. We're gonna do one more deep breath here. And we're gonna go ahead, exhale, and plant those hands back underneath the shoulders. And that is going to be all the time I have today for y'all for Exercise with Exos. So thank you so much for joining me. As always, if you have any ideas of words you'd like me to smell in the future, let me know. I love to have some help creating that. So definitely give me your input. But thank you all for coming. Hopefully we'll see you all at the 2:30 stretch break. Nice job today. And I'll see y'all soon.